question.
Go ahead.
Before they called you black, they called you right. They used to call you first, right? They
This
called you colored, and then they
not
started
before
calling
black.
you black.
Not before black. No, they didn't. And colored came later. They didn't call us colored
Okay,
before that.
okay. Guess what? My blackness was given to me by my ancestors, not a white man.
Who gave you your
Okay,
must? Who
listen to me.
who made you musty? Was the you did you have musty ancestors? Go ahead. Alpia, go ahead, sir. Alpia,
Yeah,
unmute
it
sir.
was double mute.
Right.
Okay, let me make your point. All right, my blackness was defined and handed over to me by my ancestors. It may be different from yours. All right, my blackness is in my local language. So when we speak our local language, we call ourselves black.
What's your local language up here?
Okay, I'm a Fanti
Right.
now.
And the funny, you guys speak a language that has a lot of Arabic loan words, sir. So did the Arabs help you with your culture?
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you understand by Fanti. You don't understand anything. And you see the Ghana flag? The Ghana flag has a black star in there. The
Mm-hmm.
black star in there represents us. That's the essence of the black star. Okay? So when we talk of blackness, and the Ghana national team is called the Black Stars, which was founded in 1923, even before they called you black. So don't come out here swinging like you the definition of blackness. You don't and you ain't. And
So
a
are you the
westernized,
definition? Are y'all the definition of blackness in Ghana?
of course, Africa is the definition of
The
what black
name,
is.
the name your Ghanaian icon that's revered worldwide for their black activism. Name them.
Okay, first of all, when you hear Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, you bow down.
Uh-huh. Kwame
Okay?
Nkrumah was a
No.
writer
No, listen to me.
who was educated here. But go ahead.
Listen to me. When you hear Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, you bow down. All right?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
no black person. He was voted the black man of the millennium. Check. The world knows him. Ask Dr.
Because of us, because
Because
of
of
us. But go
who?
ahead.
Because
Because
of
of us.
who? You know who he is?
Yeah, I know who Kwame Nkrumah is.
Okay. Because of you, what did you do?
Yeah, we were the one who elevated him.
Elevated who?
Nkrumah.
You must be out of your mind. Martin Luther
Y'all
King
didn't
called
elevate
him,
him.
listen. Martin Luther King called him his role model. So who are you? Don't compare apples with oranges. Who? Who
Dude,
in
we
Black America
elevated
can
him.
compare to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? Are you serious?
We elevated him.
Not even 2%. You must be joking. You want
Who
more?
elevated Kwame Nkrumah?
What you mean? He
Dude,
gained independence for Ghana.
Negro, Kwame Nkrumah came here and was educated to the
He was
U.S. Fool,
to be educated. All right.
yeah,
It's me.
with
Listen to
us.
me.
He came here. What the
Listen to me. Listen to me. Kwame
Kwame
Nkrumah.
Nkrumah came here, dude, to get educated. What you
Of
talking about?
course, but Kwame Nkrumah came here to get educated. It doesn't mean
Right,
Black
that's where he
Americans
got the game
brought him
from.
here.
He had to come and get around that Majara spirit,
Hey, let
buddy.
me ask you.
No, no,
Mention
no, no.
eight.
You know,
Listen,
no, no. He had to come and get some of that Majara spirit, sir. He had to come around us. He had to come
seriously,
around that spirit, that energy of us,
seriously.
sir.
Listen, you
Kwame
think fight?
Nkrumah was around us.
Listen. You think fighting for independence is the same as seeking civil right? You think the two are the same, right? You think civil right can be compared to fighting independence, right? Sovereignty of a nation. You think it's the same as just getting right to walk around. You think they are two the same thing? It looks like you don't read, huh? You just
You
get up
just
and you're
tether
running around.
babbling. No, no, no. You're not going to tether babble. Family, let me tell y'all some history. Kwame Nkrumah went to Lincoln University, which was a damn HBCU. He had to go to an HBCU, something that we was out here fighting for. He had to come around us, ladies and gentlemen. So don't let these tethers tell you a half truth, all right? He was around us. Kwame Nkrumah had to get around foundational black Americans, ladies and gentlemen. He went to an HBCU and then took the game to Ghana, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let funky tethers lie and tell half truths. Go ahead, Musty Tether.
Now, second of all, you've heard of the late Kofi Annan. You've heard of him, right? He was a
Who?
Fanti. Kofi Annan.
Kofi Annan. Yeah, we call
Yes.
him Kofi Annan.
You know him. You've heard of him, right?
Uh huh.
Okay. You know the status that he had in this world, right?
Not really.
Okay, well, let me tell you
Wasn't
what.
like ours.
No, no, no. Let me tell you what. He was the United Nations General Secretary. Something you don't know about. I can give you tons of names that you will blow your mind coming from Africa.
What did Kofi
All
Annan?
right.
What did Kofi Annan do that was
Okay.
globally significant?
Okay. Well, since you don't know,
Oh, you
right?
school us
No,
then.
no, 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 no. Hold on,
School
hold
us.
on, hold on. Right? Kofi Annan was the UN Secretary General, i.e., the reason why the world maintained peace for 8 years, even before the United States went to Iraq. He was the person that stood against the United States and said, "Hell no, you will not go to war," and still defied the United States went to war. He was right after Boutros Ghali. You don't read your history. You don't know nothing about the global politics. You're just running around here in circles thinking that the world is around you. It ain't. There's a
It
big
is,
world
but
out there.
that ain't
All
shit
right.
you just named.
Now
That
let
ain't
me
shit.
tell you this. Ghana gained independence in 1957. That struggle started 40, 50 years before. It's something you don't know about. Even before civil rights kicked in. Even before civil rights kicked in. All right. And Martin Luther King, in his own words, says that he revered Dr. Kwame Nkrumah for his spirit and his approach for seeking independence. And he will carry it from Ghana to the United States.
Okay. Let me clear this up because it was a foundational Black American that was helping all of those, many of those African nations with their independence, and that was the foundational Black American named Ralph Bunche. He worked at the UN. He was the one writing the charter for a lot of the independence of all of those African nations. So again, he was the one shaping the process for African nations to gain their self determination. So again,
Once again, you're
that's a
lying.
foundational Black American.
Once again, listen, Ghana gave Guinea $10 million to fight their independence. What are you talking about? Do you
Ghana
know how much?
what?
No, Ghana,
Gave
right?
who what?
Gave Guinea-Bissau $10 million to fight
Okay,
for their
well,
independence.
okay.
All right.
What does that
So
have to do with a global
what
influence?
I'm trying to let you understand is that Africans supported Africans to gain their own independence. Don't come out here spitting lies because you've not read enough. You've not read
Dude, it was
extensively
us.
enough.
It was
It
foundational
was
Black
who? You
American.
could barely even get a.
No, okay, stop babbling, Tether. I'm telling you, it was many of us over there helping to kick off those movements, sir. Again, Ralph Bunche was very significant and instrumental in helping those nations get their independence. That was a foundational Black American. You talking about y'all were helping each other. Y'all were knocking each other over the damn head, which is what you're doing now. Y'all were Boko Haraming each other to damn death. That's why you talking all of this stuff about how y'all were putting in work. You over here with us right now. You ain't over there, which further proves what we're saying. And Big GT, your big old musty ass, you ain't over there either. You in the UK over there eating a damn English muffin and some porridge. So up here, you ain't over there in Ghana right now. You out
Listen,
here in the valley with me. You over here eating Roscoe's chicken and waffles with me.
I was
So
in Chatsworth the other day.
it wasn't you, and then you ain't ever going back to Ghana. So you're over here with us in something that we built because y'all didn't get it popping in your homeland. So you're
Listen,
welcome. Don't sit here reading off your damn janky little resume. Now get
I'm
your
not
little
reading no.
stuff out of here. Get off
Listen,
here. Listen, nothing. These tethers jealous as hell. They hate the fact that we're the face of global blackness. He's naming some little insignificant bullshit. Do you know Butu Allah? You know Butu Allah? Butu Allah, he had made the first refined shea butter. Do you understand? Some of these old insignificant ass nothing burgers. Somebody give a damn. The hell? That don't mean nothing. We were the ones riding for you. And you talk about damn Nkrumah. Yeah, Nkrumah was phenomenal because he was over here with us. He got over here, got to an HBCU, and got the game from us. Once people get around this Majara spirit, once some of the remnants of that Majara spirit touches them, because you got to be born with it. See, that's the great thing about the Majara spirit. You got to be born with it. But if you can, some people can come around and kind of get some fumes of our spirit, and then they take those fumes and then they build up their own nations and start doing things that's significant over there. But notice every time people get around us, they get stuff popping. Marcus Garvey had to come over here and get around that Majara spirit to get something going. Everybody got to come around us to get something going. You notice that we're the common denominator. Even the white supremacists, they didn't have shit going. They didn't have a damn thing going on. They were failing over here. Once we got in the mix, that's when they started getting themselves together. Man, let's be real. Let's get Grinds in here. Brother Grinds in the building. Grinds. And then we'll get, okay, Grinds, what's up?
What's going on, brother Tariq?
How you doing, brother?
All right, yourself.
I'm good.
Um, we'll start by answering the question. What's these sassy K Hive people gonna do? Go back to selling pussy after the election? Uh, all right. So a few things. So the doctors. I'm starting with Obama. Do you recall? Because I one thing that really didn't sit well with me is after all of the several uh, incidents with the race soldiers, gunning down our young black brothers on the streets without arms. Obama said we can have a conversation about that with a mild and respectful tone. And I actually put a screenshot of that article in the purple pill so that people can see it.
Okay.
I have been trying to find it for years, and then I finally found it because he already signed that bill protecting the police that still hate us behind to this day for holding that
Right.
spot.
Right.
But to turn to us and wag his finger at us and say, check. You don't tell people this in fear of their life and having targets on their back to check their tone.
Right.
Um,
Right.
now, now to Dr. Shiva. I had respect for him for years because he's like a well-respected doctor in the medical industry, and he's called out some of the nonsense a few years ago. But I kind of began to tune out earlier this year, or maybe the end of some time last year, when he started saying stuff like, and I posted a receipt about that in the Purple Pill as well, where he was saying something to the effect of Trump being the house nigga for the Rothschilds.
Mm.
Also, just like, and people were like kind of like questioning me on me calling him out on that. I'm like, listen, the man is too intelligent to, just resort to using that particular terminology. You can definitely use a better equation as far as to get your point out or whatever. If you see some things politically, he's also run for office, and he's called out some of the finesse that happened 4 years ago, and
Yeah.
basically called out how that's existed on both sides.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna land with this. Have you seen the Jill Stein ad, or the ad that the Democrats put out against Jill Stein?
No, what was it about?
Okay, so basically, you know how the Democratic talking points came last time, and they're using it again. Anything other than a vote for, the Democrats is a vote for Trump, and all of that nonsense. And they're basically, it was kind of like a little minor, little mini hit piece against Jill Stein because she's beginning to get a lot more of the black vote as well as the Muslim vote, especially in areas like Michigan. They're basically in fear because they know that Kamala and the Democrats are losing a lot of support, especially in certain swing states.
Yeah,
And
Michigan. They're losing a lot of support in Michigan, from what I understand.
right, and my thing is like the Democrats are shooting themselves in the foot because Joe has a new name now, Genocide Joe, because
Mm.
of this Israel Palestine situation, which has caused a lot of, with them supporting a particular side. They're like, okay, well, why are you supporting that side, just like the other side of the bald eagle?
Yeah.
So because of that, they're losing a lot of support because of who they're kind of pandering to. So, but yeah, I have a receipt of that in the purple pill as well.
Good looking out, brother. Thank you so much. Look at Cyber Regina. Cyber Regina.
Hello, Tariq. This is the first time I've been able to catch you,
Oh,
so it's really a delight.
yes, ma'am.
Thank
How
you
are you?
for speaking. I'm good. I just woke up and I was able to catch you. I'm going to try to be fast here.
Mm-hmm.
First, I would let you know that I'm thankful for all that you do. I had a career in the Navy for 22 years. During that time, my background was cybersecurity as well as national security. And I wrote my thesis that is being read around the world in 1993 as a 24-year-old on the China-Africa connection implications for U.S. policy.
Mm.
And I'll tell you, I've been all over Africa. Africa is a shitty mess. You understand?
Mm.
Ghana is run by the Catholic Church.
Wow.
And really interesting. The entire time I was in Ghana for 3 weeks, because what I was doing is bringing all the African nations to be able to communicate, the military apparatus, to be able to communicate for the first time. So I ran an exercise called Enduring Freedom, not Enduring Freedom, Operation Endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
So they had never been able to communicate with each other. You cannot fly from one African state to another. You have to go up through Europe and come back down.
Yep.
They don't communicate with each other. They don't work with each other. And really, my thesis that I wrote in 1993 has come to fruition. China owns Africa. And someone mentioned the other day that the Chinese were leaving children all over Africa. The reality is China doesn't have any women, because you remember the one woman policy, one child policy. They
Yeah.
killed their women. So
Mm.
now they're in Africa, and I was watching them. They were sending 200 men a day to Africa, and
Wow.
those kids, and this is like 20 years ago. So now those kids are being taken back to China to be educated, and then they will be put into China, and they will be running Africa.
Good stuff, Cyber Gina.
Delusion.
Thank you.
They will. It would be.
Well, who's that talking? Was that Masolja?
Yes, it is.
What's up, Masolja?
Hey, Tariq. The lady is spewing. Well, she's just being emotional. This is
Gina,
not.
Regina, hop back on, dear. No, is she saying anything incorrect? Regina, hop on, beloved. What's she saying that's not correct, sir?
She's trying to put it as if it's a movie. She's putting fiction in everything. It's not as bad as she's trying to make it.
Okay, well, what did she say that was wrong?
She's saying they are sending children. That's just false. That's just false. Majority of the people going to China to learn are indigenous Africans, and they're not half caste. We have a few half caste Chinese, like mixed race Africans, but it's just a tiny little bit. I'm sure we are behind, and China is taking advantage of our leaders. But this story of China running Africa, we are letting our leaders are letting them do that. It's not just they can't take over. We've seen situations where Chinese have been beaten whenever they do something wrong. So this is just delusion and misinformation to some extent.
Regina, go ahead, beloved.
Dude, I've been there. I ran with them. I started AFRICOM. I stood up AFRICOM. You know what AFRICOM is?
African is a bad thing for us. We don't
Well,
even.
I stood it up. So there. Now tell me I don't know what's going on. I
Yeah.
know what's going on there. I know what the plan of China is. I I called it out 20 years ago.
Can I also
They are running Africa. They are on every state. They send 200 men there a day.
can
A
I
day. Don't tell me that they're not running things. And I just want to ask you one question. Name me the number one educational institution in Africa that the world wants to go to. None of you stay there and build your institutions. You're
look?
still 2025, you're still without electricity, you're still without running water. People still don't have toilets, basic stuff that human beings should have. They don't have.
Can I respond?
Go ahead and respond. You're all here. You come
Oh,
here to get
let him
and
respond. Let him respond. Dear. Let him respond. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Let's
Masolja.
start with African. African is an institution started by the CIA, and if I was an African leader, I wouldn't even put it close to anywhere close to my border. It just brings disruption and bad things to our community. It's no better than China trying to take control of our resources. You're talking like a Republican global is trying to take over the world. That's all Africa needs. And the difference between African and the Chinese is that the Chinese let you do whatever you want to do. The problem is that we have stupid leaders who don't think for the majority of the people. And what you're saying about us not working for ourselves, that's true. Our institutions are bad. I went to an institution. If you took 90% of the people from the school where I did my undergraduate in Africa and bring them to a school in America, they'll be top of the class. We have so many intelligent people, but we have this system back home where they've literally just made us slaves. Like we just work for the years. We can't do anything. There is no innovation and anything going on. So eventually it's gonna um, get better, but This is propaganda which you're running, and I've heard the Senate talking. The way you're talking is how the Republican senators talk. So, what's the difference between you and the senators who are trying to take over Africa?
Okay, Regina, go ahead, dear. Okay, Regina's gone. Okay, I'm Masoja. Anything else, Masoja? You have any? Well, now, what part of Africa are you from, Masoja?
I've been here before. I'm from Zambia. You made me a highlight before, so
Okay, I talked to you before.
yes, you did.
I forget. So all y'all be sounding the same. What do we? Now, where are you living now? You in the U.S. or you in the U.K.?
In the years.
Okay. Well, where are you living out here?
I mean, Seattle.
Seattle. Okay. I don't remember you, brother. I don't remember what we talked about.
I did tell you because I lied at first that I was in Africa. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I called you out for lying. Okay. Y'all be lying, y'all, because I knew you. Y'all never in Africa. When y'all say you're in Africa, yeah, I know that's a lie right there. So,
appreciate it though. Thank you.
all right, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, when y'all call up, I am in the motherland. You're not. You are not no damn motherland. You in Maryland. That's the only land you in, Maryland. You over here with us. Stop playing. Mad. Faking the damn funk. Just stop it and give it up. Just go and give it up. Raphael, hop on, brother.
Hey, brother, thank you very much for allowing me to participate in this wonderful conversation. But I must say, it really pained me uh, to listen to that conversation because so many of, especially like the Black American, I mean, one good thing about you guys, like I'm talking from Haitian perspective, one good thing about you guys is the universality of your struggle. That mean, if you take from the very beginning, you take W. E. Du Bois. That mean, he's really like not only he was fighting for the Black American, but also that's the good thing about your struggle. It's always the plight of every Black all over the world is always included in that fight. That
Hmm.
means Du Bois used to bring, is the first person, as a matter of fact, let's start up even earlier. If you take Frederick Douglass, his fight was not only he was fighting for the Black in America, but also in his struggle, the first time he became, after the Civil War, his first mission, he moved in Haiti and become the first ambassador. But over there, he dedicated a big portion of his life to clean up the vision, the way everybody, not America, everybody in the world see Haitian. And if you look at his thing, like people need to understand, the first World Fair in Paris, Haiti wasn't invited. Now, the second one in St. Louis, go read Frederick Douglass' speech in Chicago, where he wasn't only talking to Americans, he was talking to people all over the world. He said, you cannot exclude the Asian people again.
Right.
This is the first Black nation, and this is the first man. If you look at the speech where it's explaining the lifestyle of Haiti, nobody ever does that. He's the first guy to say, hey, that picture, those people, they're not wearing shoes. This is not true. He said, go to Port-au-Prince. I live there. These people, their chariot, the city is clean. It's cleaner than some of the city in America. He's explaining how the government are everything. So my problem is the unit. That's one thing me personally I always like about the Black American is the universality of the fight, the
Wow.
struggle.
Thank you. Thank you so much, brother.
Y'all heard that guy trying to discredit Black Americans for Ghana getting their independence? Nkrumah went to college in America at a HBCU, so the lack of respect that dude has for Black Americans is pretty weird. And just recently, a Ghanaian comedian, Michael Blackson, was crying about getting scammed in Ghana by his own people. You can't make this up. But yeah, ain't nobody going to another year of return. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down below. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm the most active on. And also make sure to follow me on Rumble. That's where I post videos in case they get taken down on here.